Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how I sewed these awesome curtains. Woo! So don't go anywhere. Hello everybody, I'm Patty and I'm coming to you today from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Welcome back to my wonderful returning viewers, and if you are new to the channel, hello. I would like to invite you to be sure and subscribe today, and in any event, make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you're really excited by today's video, consider getting on my email list. I will give you a link in the down bar, so check that out. I email my subscribers the new videos that are up every week, so you'll never miss anything. And when you consider that today I'm going to show you how I made these, why would you ever want to miss any of the videos? They are so cool. I've been working quite a bit on my kitchen this year, just little bits here and there. There are other videos on the channel that I will link to below showing you how I have been organizing and cleaning and all of this stuff. So now I'm to the point where I'm kind of finishing the big parts of the work and making the curtains to go in the space. Oh God, I love them so much. Really, it just feels like it pulls everything together. So stick around and join me as I show you what I did. Now, disclaimer, this is not a tutorial. I'm not going to talk you through step by step how I made them, what to do. I will give you the measurement on the template I used below, but this is more of a watching me make them type of thing rather than a here's how you do it, because I don't really think I'm qualified to do a sewing tutorial, but I'm more than happy to answer your questions and certainly show off my work. And there's another one at this window. Okay, all right, so let's get into today's video. These are the curtain panels I cut out. So because I'm just doing a valance, it's literally just cutting long rectangles. And so this is the print, and then this will be the lining, the white. So today's project is to connect the panels, so sew them together. I'm going to have 2 in one window and 3 in another to make one long valance. Well, actually 2 valances for the windows. And yeah, so today my goal is to get all of the birding piece, all the pieces basically sewn together. So I'll have one that consists of 3 panels, one that consists of 2 panels, and I'll do that for both the print and the lining. So that's what we're going to work on. you just put your painter's tape on, you mark it next to the seam allowance you want. Now, of course, as you start to get into here, it's going to get stuck into your feed dogs, and you really don't want the tape on your feed dogs. But if you're doing a wider seam allowance, this is a really nice, easy way to have a good visual clue about what you're doing. And let me show you my setup here. I'm on this middle straight stitch, and they're recommending a width of 6.5 and a length of 2. So I'm on 2, and I'm just a little shy of 6.5. And yeah, I really like this sewing machine. It does some decorative things. I'm not quite sure how I get down into here. I think these are all with the double needle, so I'll have to put the double needle in order to do some of these. So yeah, as I get the double needle, we'll try these out and see what it looks like. But for now, we're just on this row of stuff. And of course, these are all the straight seams, and then these are your decoratives. And then here's your zigzag. Isn't that cool? So here's what our seams look like before, and then I'm going to take it over to my iron, and I'm going to use the steam, because this is just a cotton broadcloth, and press open back here. Let's take it so you can see that. It just looks like this, and what I'm going to do is press all of that open. So you can first finger press, which, you know, this is just a nice finger press, but I'm going to use the steam iron to really finish it off. So see how beautiful and flat that seam is? That's from the pressing it open. Look how it is. Isn't that gorgeous? And it just lays perfectly flat. So when this curtain is gathered up, the seam should just disappear into the gathers, hopefully. I thought about trying pattern matching, but I don't know, that's a little more advanced than where I am right now, so we're going with this. Okay, so my next step is to take this white, which is the lining, and I'm going to sew it the same way. So we'll do 2 of these together, and then 3 of them together for the big window. So yeah, here we go. I'm just going to do the same process. Okay, here's what I have so far. I'm doing the short valance first, just to kind of get the hang of it. But yeah, here's the front of the panel. Here's the lining on the back. And I left this opening here. I have to still stitch 2 seams across here to close off where the curtain rod will go through. So I'll have a little place at the top, and I marked it here, so I'll have to probably put tape on the bed of the sewing machine to keep the seam straight, but that's how wide I'm going to make that. And then I'm going to do like a straight stitch on the bottom as like a false hem. I don't need to hem this over, but I'll stitch it so it looks like a hem, and I think that'll look really nice. And this is where I turned it out, so I can stitch that closed, and I think that stitching will be hidden in the gathers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I've got to take a short break and go do some errands, and then come back and get this all finished up, and it should be hanging tonight. This is day 2 of the curtain making project, and as you can see, it's actually a pretty good day to be in and sewing curtains or whatever project, because it is really super wet out here. I'll just let you take in the backyard. We have some minor flooding. Generally the water is on the other side of that tree, to the right side of the screen. So it's starting to come up in the yard. This happens. This is not terribly unusual. When we have heavy rain, it does come up like that. It's not great to see it, but it's better that it's down there and we're up here. When Hurricane Matthew came 2 years ago, the water level was almost up to the birdhouse on that tree, and I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. There's the birdhouse. So yeah, it was high. It was scary. It almost came in the house, which was terrifying, but thankfully we were okay. We do have neighbors on the street that had the water come in the house, and they lost everything, or most of their stuff. So that was really terrible for them. But anyway, we're not going to dwell on that. This is what it looks like outside. I am glad for the rain. We definitely needed some rain, but this is a little bit much all at once. Okay, let's go back in and I'll show you where we are with the curtains. Okay, the first valance has been installed and it looks so cute. I'm going to I'm going to take down most of those plates and relocate stuff and just kind of, clean up the windowsill, move the surfboard. Things are going to get moved around. This is not a finished project, but oh my goodness, look at how cute that curtain valance is. And it just changed the whole look and feel of the kitchen, putting it up there. And I thought this was kind of cute. Where the light shines through, you can actually see the little pinking that I did where I pressed out seams. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. It makes it feel very vintage to me. So I'm sorry that's not a better picture. It's super dark outside, and I'm sorry, to be straight up, I'm too lazy to bring in lighting equipment to film my curtains. So anyway, this is what we have, and I will be cleaning up the mess. I'm not going to show you the worst of the mess. We'll have a reveal at the end of the video. So let me show you now where I am with the second panel that is going to go here. This is a massive window. It's like 48 inches across. I love this window. Oh, look, there's the Hummer. Oh gosh, there's a couple of them. Yeah, so I have my bird feeders positioned right here. I love watching them, so I don't want this really big curtain to go there, but it needs something. It's just I don't know, it just looks kind of bare. It's not warm and homey, Adding that little valance over the sink, it just made the whole kitchen feel so pretty. So I'm really super excited to work on this side. Yeah, so that's where the new valance is going to go. And I got it partially sewn, so I'm gonna show you what I've got done, and you're gonna freak out when you see how big this is. I'm hoping the little Hummers will come back so you can see them. Let's see. They're so ethereal, they come and they go, and they're so fast. They're amazing to watch. And to think that those little tiny things, they fly all the way to Mexico and Central America and South America. Gosh, I don't know how that is. Oh, let me show you this. Oh, there's a turtle up in the yard. Look at this. That's how wet it is. The turtles are in the yard, but they're in the water, but they're in the grass. Yeah, okay. All right, that's enough. Let's go look at the curtain panel. So yesterday I was able to finish all of the small valance, and here I've got, this is obviously the wrong side. here's the right side. And this thing, I'm going to step back so you can just kind of see. It's about 10 feet. I'm like 5'7", so this is a good 5 feet, and this is half. So that means that this valance is like 10 feet of material, which seems insane. But the window is 4 feet across, and I like a nice super gathered look, which is what I'm going for. So it takes 10 feet, but oh my goodness, sewing this together. So what I did was it's in 3 panels, and I used that same pattern piece that I showed you. So I have 3 panels on this one, and first I stitched the right side pieces together. I stitched the lining pieces together, and then I put them together and pressed them out. What I discovered, because I had a really super hard time. Hold on, sit down. I had a super hard time putting the first valance together, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why is this so hard? It's just straight seams. I couldn't get it just right. It's like the fabric wouldn't behave, and it was rolling. And anyway, what I discovered when I went to press out at these ends here, because what I did was folded them and then stitched them to keep them in place. When I went to press over to do, the turn it under, the white fabric like just shrunk up. And I was like, what is going on? And you can see it here. See how it's sort of, I don't know if it's going to show on camera, but it's like slightly puckered all around here. And I was like, why does it look like that? Well, you can, okay, see the puckering on the seam? That's because that white fabric, when the steam iron hit it, it just shrunk up. I couldn't believe it. I could almost see it. If I can shoot a video and show that to you, I will show it to you. So that caused a little bit of an issue for me, as you can imagine. On this, the first valance, I top stitched all the way around. On this one, I'm just going to top stitch across the top and the bottom. I'm going to put in the channel for the curtain rod, and then I'm going to stitch at the bottom to do like the false hem. I am not going to attempt the side, and we'll see if that goes together a little bit better. So anyway, here we go. If you want to learn to sew nice straight seams, this is a way to do it, because it's 10 feet of straight seam, and I've got to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that's 50 feet of straight seams on one project. So yeah, I should be able to sew a straight seam after this. Okay, here we go. Let's get it on the machine. The curtain is completed, and basically it's like 5 straight seams. I'll show you on the back, probably can see it better. And look how it's puckered. This is where every time I iron or press out this white fabric, this white cotton shrinks, and I mean, it has been the devil to try and get this sewn. But anyway, what I wound up doing was this edge stitching. I did that top and bottom, and then I put this in. This is just a decorative element. This is like a faux hem, so you can see it here. And this is the channel where I'll put the spring rod, curtain rod. And then so having this space will give me like this pretty ruffle at the top. But oh my gosh, this has just been the devil to put together. And the puckering and all of that is because this white backing, every time I press, it wants to shrink. So yeah, I learned a lot from this project. If I do more curtains and use this as lining, I'm not going to attach it. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, I'm going to get it on the rod and get it in the window, and we'll see what we've got. So I absolutely love the way the project came out. I think it's so cute. Come in where you can see it close up. I love how you can see where I pinked the seam when the light is behind it. I just think that's cute. I think it gives it such a fun and charming little vintage touch that you would never get in a commercially made project. And you can see how I see if I can get the light on it there, the edge stitching that I did to secure that down, and it's all nice and lined. I'm so proud of these, and I think they look really good. They're not perfect. I had a lot of trouble with the fabric. That white fabric shrunk up with the steam iron, which I would not have expected that. But I'm glad I lined the curtains. I think it gives it a lot more structure and body than it would have otherwise. And they're so pretty. They look so good for me in my kitchen. I mean, this is just like the perfect thing because I'm so crazy about my birds, and you can see there's the bird setup. So I can be looking at birds while I'm looking at birds. Let me swing around. Here's the valance over the sink, and this is so pretty. I cannot believe what a difference it made. And even though it is cool toned with the white and the gray and the black, it has that touch of yellow that warms it up. And it looks so pretty in here. And I think because of the pinking and the extra little ruffle at the top and the birds, it's just enough of a feminine touch to it that it works in the space, and it doesn't, I don't know, well, I guess it's not going to look modern anyway, but I don't know, I just feel like it really works. I generally like a lot of color and things like that, but that gray looks so good in here, and I think it plays nice with the stainless appliances that we have. It just looks so good. So I'm super happy with this project, and I would highly recommend making your own curtains to anybody. And I will drop in the down bar the size of the template that I made, and if you want to try this for yourself, you can just use that same sized template and yeah, give it a whirl. Highly recommend it. You can certainly buy them for less money, but they're not going to be this nice, and you're just not going to love anything as much when you just go buy it at the store. It's just something different when you make it yourself. And anyway, that's my project. That's my finished piece. I'm super happy with it. The whole kitchen, I'm just so happy about it. I feel like it's really coming together. And if you want to see the other projects where I organized this space and this space, I'll link to those. They'll also be in the down bar. And I finally got all of this organized, and really the curtains just help to pull it all together. Up next, I'll be painting cabinets, but that'll be a whole different video. So until the next update, I will see you then, and happy baking and sewing and knitting and crafting, and I'll see you next time.